started a little bit slow in the first half.
Certainly did, yeah.
Put down a 13-point lead of Meralco with Justin Brownlee coming alive in the second quarter. How big was Justin in getting the energy back up and getting the other guys to deliver until the final moments?
Yeah, it was a little scary there in the beginning. They really handled us well. But I thought we were a little tight to start the basketball game. We missed some easy shots that we normally would have made, and that allowed them to stretch their lead, and they came down and made 3-point shots. So it was a little scary there in the beginning. But I felt we were still playing well. We were playing hard. We were playing well on defense. Just that we weren't making some of the shots that we should have made. Then that would turn around. We just needed a spark, and playoff Justin showed up and gave us that spark. And that was really when we got back to 1 point at halftime. I think we were all confident that we could win this game.
Thank you, Coach Tim. Now, Justin, in the 12 conferences that you have here in the PBA, you helped Barangay Ginebra get into at least a semifinals appearance all 12 times. And to add to that, Meralco has never won a series with you around. What is it with this rivalry that lets you bring out your best game possible?
First, just want to give Meralco a lot of credit, man. They're a really tough team. And, whenever you're going up against a team like that, you always want to play your best because you just know if you're not at your best, they're probably going to beat you. So I'm just trying to just go out there every time and give it my all, follow the game plan, but just be aggressive and just be myself. And, today, luckily, we got to go in after that bad start. But, I'm just happy that we into the series.
Thank you, Justin. And we would like to open the floor to our friends from the media.
Congratulations on the series. Who's going to play Northport? A very interesting best of 7 series. First results on Northport, second. How would you do your preparation going to that series on the last next?
Well, first of all, let me just say something about Meralco as well. I didn't get a chance. We were really worried going into this series, playing a tremendous team like Meralco in a short series. That's what makes the quarters so difficult. And there's so much more pressure for me in the quarters than there is in the semis or in the finals, because the series is short and you're always playing a team that's desperate also. So, I thought Mitchell was injured tonight. You could tell he was not moving as well as he did in game 2. His back issues, I think, came back. But he still put up a huge performance. He was a warrior out there. And I just thought that they came out with just such great physicality, and that's something we had to really try to overcome. And they came out with that great physicality all the way through all 3 games. And they had some really great game plans coming in. And so it's just a really well-coached side from them. Really impressed by their coaching group. Now, I guess we can turn our sights to Northport now. Like I said, we haven't been much thinking of them because we're so locked into Meralco and so worried about Meralco. Northport beat us in the eliminations. They just about beat everybody in the eliminations, so we weren't the only one. They've been playing really well. I said it last time we played them. Arvin obviously is playing at an MVP level and leading the league in the MVP. And Monzon is also playing at an MVP level. Those 2 guys are really carrying the load over there, and they're getting contributions from everybody. And Jack is just seems to be the perfect complement for them. He fills out the big man role that they need. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, especially because he's going to Doha and going to be playing all those games in between. That'll be a way to keep him sharp, but we got to make sure that we don't overuse him. And so we're really planning some load management with Justin, and we're planning some load management with AJ Edu and also Jumar. We want to make sure that, if people are going to be wondering why they aren't on the floor all the time, it's because we're trying to keep them fresh for Taiwan and New Zealand.
Justin, your thoughts on Northport and the preparation knowing that you guys for the semifinals?
Oh yeah, just like Coach was saying, man, they've been like beating everybody, with almost everybody. And Arvin, he's been playing great. I'm glad to see him playing great, at Northport. And, they got a lot of guys over there that can, score and do a variety of things. And their import, he's playing at a high level as well. So it's going to be tough. I think myself and everybody else is ready for the challenge. And about Doha, I'm really looking forward to the trip, spending the time with leaders and, having some fun. We haven't seen each other for a couple months or a few months, so it'd be good to see everybody and just, keep building chemistry and, keep getting better.
Were you surprised that Meralco played small against you?
Well, I think they're just trying to find different matchups for Justin. I think that was really the game plan for them. And we were playing small for much of the game with Troy at the 5 when Japeth was resting, and so that gave them an opportunity to also go small. Their guards played. I mean, New was awesome. Newsom was awesome. I'm glad he's on our side now at the Gilas. Bancaro played really, really well. Quinto had a great game tonight. We couldn't keep in front of Aaron Black, so their guards were really dynamic, and I think that they just tried to keep the guards on the floor because they were playing so well.
Chris Bancaro was even guarding JV at one time.
Yeah, it's really, they were doing a lot of switching. So just the same, we were doing a lot of switching also. It was a game of both teams were switching, and we just didn't want to give up open shots off pick and rolls and easy dives to the basket. So both teams were really just switching on it. And when Bancaro got switched to Justin, they were alert to that, and they were sending an extra guy to him. And we were able to take advantage of that with Justin making good passes out of the double team a few times. So, you pick your poison, especially playing against a guy like Justin. Teams have to kind of pick their poison. Are they going to let him play easy on a pick and roll? Are they going to switch and double him? There's all kinds of little schemes that they do for him. And I don't know if you haven't seen a scheme. I mean, you've seen every scheme possible that teams can throw at you at this point. That's what makes him special in our league.
Coach, you spoke to Kevin Mitchell after the game.
I just told him that, I knew he was injured and he had a bad back and he played through it, and I thought he was a warrior for doing so. And told him he'd be back playing. He said he had a lot of fun. Told me he had a lot of fun playing this conference. And I said, I'm sure you'll be back because you really made an impression.
Coach, how will be the preparations like for Northport with you in Doha and in New Zealand? Will you take over the practices?
Well, I mean, I got a staff, we can review video when we're over there. If there's any free time, we can, take a gander at that thing. But we do have a staff, Olsen and Coach Olsen and Coach Kirk and Coach, those two guys will really delve into, Jamil will really delve into Northport while we're gone. The team will continue to practice. While Japeth will be here for the first couple of practices for the team, and then he'll meet us in Taiwan. And then Scotty, Justin, Jamie, and Troy will all be with us through the whole trip. So, and Richard and I will be there, and Patrick. So it takes half the staff away. So we'll figure a way. I don't fear that. Preparing for more than a week or 2 weeks is too long. Our guys will just try to stay sharp, and these guys will be playing meaningful games. So I think that'll help them in terms of coming back and playing. It's just going to be energy levels that we have to be concerned with. You know, I mean, will they have the energy to come back and start a long series with Northport and be at the top of their game?
Coach, don't know what there's a thing about RG. How do you guys address it and how RG was able to deal with it?
Well, I thought immediately the PBA did a great job. They contacted the MBI, and there was already things. As soon as we heard about it, Coach Al Francis Chua, he's on top of everything, and he knows everybody. So he made sure we had a little bit more security with us tonight, and the PBA was cognizant, and it's still under investigation. So hopefully this is not something that's going to be repeated. Whatever happened out there is going to be, apprehended, I guess. I don't know, but so that it'll be some preventive measures on the next thing. It's a scary thing. It's not something that PBA or Ginebra, San Miguel took lightly. We went to work immediately as soon as we found out.
Coach, no other person knows or is familiar with RG than you are.
Yeah, Harvey's my boy, and I told him that. I told him, when he was traded back then, I said, this is going to be an opportunity for you to really go out and spread your wings, stretch your game. I always told him that he was, when we had him, I told him he was our local Justin. I expected him to play like Justin eventually as he started to play his game, because he had a great mid-range game. He had a great three-point shot. He could post up. He could put the ball on the floor and get to the rim. He could create contact and get fouls. So, we had multiple conversations about him being able to play like Justin. But, he was more confined in our team because there were just so many, really good players around him when he was still young. But now he's been able to go to Northport and establish himself. So, kudos to him, man. I'm real proud of him and what he's been able to achieve. And do I regret? I certainly do. And I certainly do regret. But I think it was the best thing that ever happened for him in his career, was that move to Northport. Obviously, seeing where he is now.
Justin, Coach Tipple earlier said that your national duties with the US will be something that will keep you sharp before the semifinals. But of course, it's a spreading schedule ahead. How do you plan on approaching, the dates in Doha and the third window of the qualifiers, and then almost immediately plunging into the semifinals when you get back here in the Philippines?
Well, I'm looking forward. Like I said, I'm looking forward to it. Definitely not going to take a break or try to take it lightly. We got two tough opponents coming up, with the national team. So I want to be, sharp and ready for them. And then also, of course, thinking about the playoffs. I want to try to get better. Haven't been shooting the ball from three-point that well this whole conference. So, I'm going to just keep trying to, work on my shot, get it tuned up and sharpen it up. But I'm gonna just try to use every moment and try to stay sharp and, even get better in any way I can. But I'm just excited, for the whole trip, and then to go to Taiwan Taiwan and New Zealand. I've never been to either place, so I'm looking forward to it.
I think you got to understand that. I think the PBA fans need to understand, for the national team, he plays with his heart. He plays because it's a pride thing for him and everything. But in the PBA, he plays for his livelihood. This is where he makes his livelihood. He's here in the PBA, not with the national team. He doesn't make anywhere near the money of the national team that he does in the PBA. So you can be sure he's going to be playing hard when he comes back and goes after Northport.
Coach, how tough was it coaching without the boys?
The first game one was like the hardest thing I ever did. It was actually the easiest thing because there was so much stuff I wanted to say. And they were loving it because they didn't get, there was so much stuff I wanted to say. I couldn't communicate it. So I just said, oh, forget it. Let it go. And probably did my best coaching job, just letting it go all the way. Game 2, I had a little bit more voice and had more to say, and we lost. So, figure it out. And today the guys just played. I mean, the only thing I said at halftime, if Justin remembers, is that, I love this type of game where it's just a battle and a battle. It's not a 145-point game. It's a, 80, 70 game. Those are the, ones that really are character driven. It hurts my heart that my heart's going boom, 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 boom the whole time. But it really, I love those kinds of games. And tonight was a game I really loved as a coach.